How's it going, all you wonderful people out there in YouTube land? This is Black Cat Hobbies here. Today I'm bringing you the Spire Abomination from the game Conquest, The Last Argument of Kings. As you can see, this thing is pretty freaky looking. Then again, it is a rather large creature. It should be kind of freaky looking. It was a joy to assemble. I will admit its pose is a little wonky. That is on me. It's been a while since I've worked with legs that were all on ball joints. If you decide to build one of your own, I would highly recommend pinning the legs before gluing them. That was a mistake I made due to building this while I was rather tired. When I build another one, yeah, I'm pinning the legs first. Otherwise, you have these creepy bug eyes up here in the head. An actual face underneath it. It's all explained in the lore. We will be getting to that here in a moment. This creepy insect body. The more things you see in it, the weirder it gets, and just the more there is to love. As far as its lore goes, their site states that abominations loom several man-heights over the head of even the tallest mortal. Their gore-slicked limbs spider out from its bulbous, distended abdomen and thorax. They are instruments of pure mayhem on the battlefield, scuttling towards and reaping a bloody toll with their scythe-like appendages, leaving only bloody ruin behind them. Survivors speak of a keening whine, just on the verge of hearing, that pervades their memories, a sound that registers deeper than the cries of their fallen comrades. This is the only sound an abomination is allowed to make. It's a keening howl to convey the depth of their misery and torment. Sorry for moving the camera a moment. I am still stuck filming this on a phone camera. I hope to change that here soon, but I will need to gather the money for proper equipment. Also, I apologize for the mess in the background of the video. I am in the midst of reorganizing my hobby room to work for hobbies and recording, and things have just been a little crazy. Then again, back to lore. These abominations were not originally intended to serve as organic war engines. They were an advanced and cruel form of punishment devised on a whim by the sovereign of these spires. You take a person that has been exiled and you ensconce them deep within this creature. Usually they're exiled for breaking the most sacrosanct of laws. The Sovereign's opponents actually were not a fan of this method, but at the same time, no one could think of anything more cruel to use as a punishment for them, so they went with it. There is actually a rather lengthy lore section on their website if anyone would like to take a read of it. But at the same time, I know some of you are actually here for the rules. It does come with a card. Let me grab that here one moment. I have a stack of cards that came in the starter box. I'll set that off to the side so we can get a better look at it. Here is the card for the Abomination. If the camera will focus. Alright, so as you can see, this creature has a March characteristic of 10, a Volley, so your ranged attack, of 1, a Clash, it's your melee ability, of 2. This game plays a little more like Infinity for its dice rolling. You're actually a Clash value of 2 means you're hitting on a 2 or less. It gets 10 attacks. It has 10 wounds. Its Resolve, or other games would call Leadership, is 4. Its defense is 3. It has no evasion. Those are some rules we can get into when I'm hoping to film battle reports down the road. Those first few ones we will go over all these different rules on like defense, evasion, and how those work, since they actually work in combination for that mechanic. At the bottom we have a few special rules. It has Cleave 1, it's essentially an armor penetration roll. Has Flurry, which allows it to reroll failed to hit rolls. And Terrifying, which any enemy in base-to-base contact with this model, which I will be putting on a base later, gets a -1 to their resolve characteristic. So for people who like a more controlling play style and messing with your opponent's stats, it's something you might want to keep in mind. That is all for this time being from Black Cat Hobbies, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.